Oh, wow. I'm like, it's like the light in here is just, man, what do I do about the light? What do I do about the light? Oh, I can't see anything. Let's try this. Let's try getting over here.
Hi, everybody. It's Crofty.
Oh, BS. That's right. CBS. Hey, everybody. It's Camo Dave here. I had an interesting morning. I went and see my friend. Got up real early, and went to see my friend Greg at the hospital. So there's the visitor's pass. I don't know. I just woke up early and just thought I would go down to the hospital and see if I could get in. And yeah, they open at 6 a.m. So I got in. I got there about 7 and spent 2 hours with my friend. A little more than that, actually. And then figured, hey, 2 hours in a hospital room is all I could take. And then I came back and I used Google Maps, and it got me back here in like 32 minutes. So I'm pretty cool. So I figured it's only a few minutes late, right? It's not even 10 o'clock yet. So I'll get here to do the show. It's brought to you by Cheerios. It's right. I haven't washed my hands since I was in the hospital, so I probably have like horrible disease germs on my hands. So I don't know if I should eat that just yet, but I do got I had a really long night's sleep last night. Man, I went to bed. I got out here about 8:30, 8:45, because I've just been under a lot of stress the last couple of days, and I really slept well last night. And then I just woke up at about 6:30, 7:15, because, shoot, that was like 11 hours of sleep. And I was raring to go, and I said, okay, let's go down. And Greg, it was crazy. Hey, Doxinator. Yeah, I'm going to do an evening one today too. So today's a twofer, okay? It's a twofer SaturDAVE. So I'm going to do a morning and an evening one, okay? Maybe 7:30, 7:45, I don't know, but I will do an evening one also because I love you guys on the West Coast. But I thought I would do it since I wasn't too late getting back here. Actually, the traffic was pretty good. Man, I'll tell you something. Like, this whole trip was like, the day he had his surgery, he packed a big bag of stuff. And then when they took him in the pre-op room, he had all his clothes on and his leather jacket. They took all that off and put all of his shoes in a big bag. So I had I have a camo bag. What do I do with my camo bag? I don't even know where my camo bag is. Oh, it's up there. Anyway, I have a camo bag, and I had two laptops in it, and I changed the clothes just in case I spent the night. And then I had his big, heavy suitcase, and the wheels are popping off it. Okay, so you drag it. It's one of those ones you drag in like the airplane at the airport, and the one wheel, the plastic's coming off, and it's kind of ready to seize up at any moment. And then I had his giant bag of clothes, and I'm trying to do all this stuff in this crowded waiting room. Like there's this one grandmother that was having surgery, and her entire extended family was in the waiting room. So Granny had like 10, 12 people there, cluttering up the waiting room, waiting for her surgery. And it's like, so the room was really crowded. There weren't a lot of patients, but a lot of waiting family members from various extended families. And I'm like, the surgery was pushing longer than it should have been. It should have been over by 11. It was 12. It was 1. It was still going on. And I got all this luggage I'm carrying around. Nobody will store it for me. So finally, I went to lunch down at the cafeteria, came back, and he was done. And the doctor gave me the final thing. And they were going to put him in the ICU. And so I went up to the ICU, and I said to them, look, can I please store some of this junk in his ICU room? No, we can't have any personal effects in the ICU room. We have all this other stuff. So I ended up just bringing all of the junk back with me that night because he did not have a room, and he was in the ICU, and the ICU waiting room was horrible. There's a family in the ICU waiting room that's like crying. I don't know what happened, car accident or something. They're in tears. Anyway, it was just like, I'm not staying here the night. So I went downstairs, got a cab. Luckily, there was a cab there on duty waiting for me. The man in the cab did not know how to get to the address in Bethesda. I guess it's maybe his second day on the job. I don't know. It was a yellow cab. So I had to put my Google Apps thing and what did I do with my phone? Oh, there it is. And I had to give him the directions. I gave him the directions the whole way, and then I gave him a tip. He should have given me a tip because I told him the way to go. So then, I don't know. They moved my friend out of ICU yesterday. Finally, in the evening, I got a call from him, and I went over this morning and took him his giant suitcase. And I did the drive. I didn't take a taxi. I drove all the way to Washington Hospital Center, which wasn't a bad, when there's no rush hour, it's a pretty easy drive, 35 minutes, but if there's rush hour, an hour and a half, that's just the way it is. And then the way the Google Maps took me back here was, I'm driving through Prince George's County and Beltsville and all these other crazy places on the other side of the metro, but I hit the Beltway and then zoomed around. So I actually made pretty good time. So that's my morning. And I thought, I'm back here before 10. I will do the show, right? So let me do the shout outs here. I got to get caught up. Hey, Ace. Hey, Victor, Tim, Grumpy Old Van, Tiny. Good morning, everybody. Who else is here this morning? Life of Chuck. Good to see you. Arizona Mike. Roland Endorsables. We're waiting for the big trial next week. The slander trial of Mark Fun Jones. Man, everybody's going after Mark these days. It just seems like he's the bad boy now. Everybody's going after Mark. I like Mark. But man, it seems like he's the villain of the moment. I don't know. How are you stressed? You don't have a job. Yeah, well, I'm very stressed. I get stressed. Hospitals stress me out. I get all those vibes. Really sitting in a waiting room and all these other people are all nervous and tense and whatever. And Aunt Minnie's having her gallbladder out and Uncle Joe's, they're doing brain surgery. I get really stressed out. My friend, he's a good friend. I'm just worried about him. And, and this surgery is a fairly big deal, Retired Plans Expat Philippines. Hello. Oh, you're in Scotland. How you doing? Hey, Eileen. Hey, Wonky. 105 Wonky. It's recap time. That's right. Recap. You want to hear? When I was a kid, I met Tim Conway. You want to hear when I met Buzz Aldrin, the second man who walked on the moon? I was tying my shoe once, and there was Patrick Stewart. Frank Costello. I'll give you a call later, Frank. I'd like to chat. Frank and I talk a couple times a week on the hotline, so I'm looking forward to chatting with Frank. Yeah, so anyway, that's nice. Pam is here. Oh, Patty is here. How you doing? PG Tips. I left the PG Tips at my sister's place. I forgot to go in her kitchen when I left and take my PG Tips and my iced tea out. So the PG Tips are gone. But let me show you what I'm drinking. I'll show you what I'm drinking. That's right, I'm drinking this. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I maybe need another tea bag too. I'm drinking some generic grocery store black tea. Yeah. I forgot. Maryland here, this county in Maryland, you have to pay for your bags. 5 cents a bag. So that's, I guess, to reduce all the clutter in the Potomac River plastic bags. Yeah, I need another one of these. I need to get double caffeinated here. But anyway, so yeah. So this is good tea. It's pretty good, but I do like my PG Tips. But I'll be back at my sister's place before long. She's only 45 minutes away. I'll go visit her and grab my tea bags if they haven't thrown them away. Did Barb change her name yet so you can get married? No, Barb's doing well. I chatted with her for a long time yesterday. She's flirting with the idea of buying something up in Pennsylvania near her family, but she doesn't want to move out of Athens anytime soon. She might buy some investment properties up there. I don't know. She's getting into the investment world. But anyway, she's working today. She's not going to be on the chat as a moderator. She is busy at the hospital in Athens, Georgia. Did you pay off the judge yet? Yeah. I think Mark ought to go to the judge and just kind of slip him some cash and get this thing over with, right? Ninth Element Venture Live. Noreen is here. Odd 17B. Good morning, Dave. Did you see Hobo Tech news video? Hobo Tech's new? No, I haven't. No, I haven't seen it yet. What did he do? Did he do another review? Is he at the van build like everybody else? Sharon is here. Valerie from Oregon. Pennsylvania is cheap. Well, the parts of Pennsylvania, yeah. I think the part where Barb comes from is pretty cheap, but Philadelphia ain't cheap. I'm impressed. I've been driving around DC a couple times over the last few days, and the town is getting to be there are always some bad neighborhoods, but there are a lot of neighborhoods that used to be bad neighborhoods that are actually turning into pretty nice neighborhoods now. The hospital is down, it's just what they call the Georgia Avenue corridor. Georgia Avenue corridor goes right down through Silver Spring and then goes all the way down to Capitol Hill. And the hospital's down in that area, and Georgia Avenue is actually, it's not perfect yet, but it's certainly not better than it used to be. I'll tell you that. It's a lot better. Yes, we're going to be leasing some buses at the RTR this year. Paint them in camo. Okay, we're going to get them wrapped in camo, and we're going to me and Crotchy on them, the camo Crotchy shuttle, and we're going to. The problem with the RTR this year is that you cannot camp right near where all the events are. In the previous RTRs, you could camp relatively close walking distance, or from where Bob and all of his group, they were having their little huddle there near Quartzsite. This year, they're not doing it that way. This year, they're going to have the La Paz. There's a La Paz fairground, okay? It is about 5 to 10 miles south of Parker, but then you go further down Route 95 all the way down to Quartzsite. From Quartzsite to La Paz is about 25 miles. So if you're going to be camping at, somewhere around Quartzsite, and you can do that on BLM land, just follow their rules, and you want to go to the events at the RTR, you're going to have to find transportation to go 25 miles down a 2-lane road up to this La Paz recreation area at camp, something like that. And there's where all the Bob and his group is. Bob and his women. Bob's women. He doesn't have any guys working with him. It's all women. Bob's women and him will be there selling merch and stuff like that. But you're going to have to go. And can you imagine if everybody from Quartzsite, hundreds of people, thousands of people, want to go from Quartzsite up to La Paz, this thing, down a 2-lane road? 1 lane in each direction. That's going to be a lot of traffic. So I was joking that Crotchy and I would start a bus loop system from Parker to Quartzsite and back, and we could pick people up and drop them off and take them to the casino there, the Blue Water Casino, and maybe a side trip down to Yuma or something. I don't know. It's gonna be a mess. People are not gonna like this. Okay, you can go and camp out with your friends, sure. Find a place near Parker or wherever, some little town in between. You can go to Quartzsite, but if you want to hang out with that whole RTR experience, Bob is just, it's up to you where you camp. You camp wherever you want. He's just worried about that little area where they're going to have the events and seminars. And I reported that 3 weeks ago, I said, the RTR is going to be different this year. Bob's only, we had a guy that was at the restaurant there in Quartzsite that overheard Bob talking about how they're only going to go for a seminar area and then everyone else can camp wherever they want to. Well, I don't know. It's going to be a mess because how are people going to get 20 miles, 25 miles? If you have a Class A, big Class A like Kevin or Eric, you park it, you set it up. Now you've got to get in your Class A, your home, your big old luxury home, and drive it all the way up 25 miles to La Paz to have your to catch some seminars. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess if you got a motorcycle, even a bike, 20, 25 miles is a long way to go on a scooter or even, I don't know. If it was just 5 miles or 3 miles or 7 miles, but I don't know, man. It just seems like it's going to be a mess this year. That's all I'm saying. All right, let me catch up. My dad lives in Pennsylvania. I technically own his house. Well, good for you, Valerie. You could kick him out. Your dad, aren't you paying the rent? Sunny girl. Okay, we got almost all the mods except for Barb here today. Barb is working, so nice. As I said, I was visiting my friend. I went over real early this morning and sat with him for a couple hours. He's doing great. I mean, he looks good. The one thing that when he was down in Morganton 2 or 3 weeks ago, he looked very pale and tired. This morning when I went into his hospital room, he had a nice glow. He was glowing. He looked radiant. He really did. He looked good. So there's a couple of little complications, but you have to expect stuff like that. They were actually even thinking of letting him out of the hospital tomorrow, Sunday, but I think they're probably going to keep him in for a couple more days. They gotta adjust his meds and glitchy things and stuff like that. Hey, Lion, I saw you tried calling me. I'll have to give you a call back. I don't know. I've just again been super busy the last week. I've been moved into my friend's condo here in Bethesda, Maryland. That was Monday, and got everything set up. And then we had the surgery for him on Thursday, and he was in ICU on Friday. And then today I went back over and said hello and brought him. Oh, he was glad to see me because he does need glasses, and he needs his glasses, and he has his phone and his tablet now, so he is back connected to the world. Crotch on the bus. Yeah, the crotch bus. Hobo Take Minute Video said the RTR is dead. I think he's probably right. I think they're in serious trouble. I think the RTR is not what it was. It's not what it was. It isn't. Yeah, it's not going to be that intimate gathering at one general spot of everybody. You're now all over the place. I mean, shoot, you can camp practically. A lot of if you're going to go to Quartzsite, you got to travel 20, 25 miles to get to the campground. I mean, to get to the place where the seminars are. And I just think that's just going to make it not that much fun, I don't know. And then if you do camp in Quartzsite, and there's a lot of places around Quartzsite to camp, you're not going to be necessarily camping near other people. Somebody's on this side of town, somebody's on that side of town, somebody's up in Parker, somebody's over there in Blythe. They're going to be all over the place. So I think this is evidence that the RTR is just too big for its own good now. It's just, it's too big. It's unmanageable. Bob said it would cost $600,000 in fees to the BLM just to have them authorize camping for 10,000 plus people, And I think Bob just kind of said, I can't, it's beyond me now. We'll still do the seminars. We'll still have a central location there, but camping and all that other stuff is on your own. So, and that is the problem too. It's like, I think why people are liking the van build there with Jamie and Parker is because at least it's smaller and it hasn't gotten crazy big yet, And I don't think a lot of people want these crazy big, it's like Woodstock, They want a smaller event where they know they have people there they like. So I think we will see that the RTR has jumped the shark this year. Maybe they should get Fonzie there and jump the shark, jump the beard, the Santa Claus in a motor. Santa Claus wearing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I do think Hobotech's probably right. It's not going to work this year very well. If you enjoyed what that used to be, it's not going to be that way this time. What is number 102? What are you saying? Booby. How should buy a bus Yeah, and then give it away. Hey, that's an idea. They could just have a standing room bus, right? Or how about all the schoolies? How about all the schoolies and bus people at the RTR organize, and then they can just drive around and make loops between Parker and Quartzsite and ferry people to the La Paz campground. Why don't they do that? I mean, most of those schoolies and buses don't have seats in them. I wouldn't think, at least for a lot of people. They're not like regular buses. But maybe the Bob bus, maybe he could contract with a bus company to at least just run loops from Parker to Quartzsite, and drop people off, in between at the thing. I don't know. I would think that at least should go doing that. Pregnant women. Well, he had a glow. He looked good. He looked radiant. Yeah, the seminars. Yeah, right. How to how to burn down your van and get charity from a whole bunch of people, right? Without them knowing. What do you do so it's not you? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just all of a sudden we see everybody's vans and trailers burning up, and it's you're getting kind of suspicious, Just leave a cigarette there by the propane tank, leave a burning cigarette, turn the propane on a little bit, have it a little bit leaky, and leave your smoking cigarette there, and then go away and go out, hang around, get on a lawn chair, and then all of a sudden, boom. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not suggesting that anybody did that, but it's just like, oh, and someone else's so-and-so burned down. Jeez, really? Noreen, Valerie is going south. So you're going to be down at the... So question now for all you folks here in the chat, have you changed your mind about going to the RTR? If you were going, or if you had already planned to go, does this whole thing with Bob doing the, having the seminar area in between Parker and Quartzsite and the travel distance, does that change your plans? Is that going to say, no, I'm not going? I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what kind of a turnout we now get. Time Chaser, message deleted by Time Chaser. You want me to be, I can make you a mod. Hey, Time Chaser, I'll make you a mod today, okay? Let's see, Time Chaser. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because it's my channel. It's my channel. I think I did it. Did it do it? I don't know. I hit the mod button. Let's see. Say Time Chaser. Did it do it? There he is. Time Chaser's a mod. Rolling the doors, the balls. Yeah. They don't have that court TV channel. It's like Justice. There's some Justice channel. Maybe they can get on the Justice channel now and or get one of those judges. Is Judge Judy available? Why don't you get Judge Judy? She could be there to be the judge. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, Brary. Yeah. So people can have their little mini hangouts there at Quartzsite in January. Do their heart's content. We'll have we can have the party hangout over here and the Hobo Tech hangout. What I really enjoyed about the last RTR was Hobo Tech and Sasnak, Stan, the trucking man. They had a great time. They were doing live streams and it was very nice. Yeah. I think Hobo Tech did a stream every night except one night it rained or something. They couldn't do it, but I enjoyed that. That was great. He's good at that. He would go on 3, 4, 5 hours. He would get good views and people were throwing him super chat. He did very well. Hey, Brian, how are you? Did you get money for being a mod? No, you don't get any money. You just get the gratitude of me. I'll give you my gratitude. Thank you so much for helping out. Yes, let me put Cratchy over here. Yeah, he's here. He comes. I did not take him to the hospital. I should have, though. I should have. That would have driven people crazy. Can you imagine me in the waiting room down there? The many waiting rooms. I was planning on going to the RTR for a chance at meeting my friends, YouTube RV nomads, but not interested in the event. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to do that. They're just going to go to meet their friends, and they're all going to find a place to hang out. And maybe they'll try going over one evening or something for some of the seminars or something. But I don't know. It's kind of changed the whole nature of it. That whole common communal nature of it is kind of changed now. I don't know. Recap time. Sally Jean TSM, aka Barbie. J. Edmond. Did CRVL name her dog after Huckleberry Hound? No, I was calling him Huckabee. I called him Huckabee yesterday, and I know that she's a big fan of Mike Huckabee. Not. Mike Huckabee used to be the governor of Arkansas. Then his daughter was the press secretary for Trump. Mike Huckabee's he has a radio show. He's kind of a conservative dude. And I joked. I didn't actually I said her dog Huckabee. I'm going to call him Huckabee now. Forget Huckleberry. That dog, for now, I'm going to call it Huckabee. And she named it after her political person she wants to see president. I'm sure she wants to see Elizabeth Warren president, but no, it's going to be Mike Huckabee. Elvis Travels thinks he is the next Bob Wells. Oh, can you imagine that? Well, he might be. Maybe he'll be the one. He'll be the Trump of the Boyd. We've had presidents, and here comes Donald Trump. He could be the Trump of Boyd. The Trump of, maybe he could stage a coup and take over Howard. That would be funny. Elvis comes on. I just staged a coup, and now I am the head of Howard. And then he'll make Rosie his, he'll make Rosie like she'll be the one who organizes everything instead of Sue Ann. He'll redo all the top positions at Howard. Victor. I don't get into politics. I really don't like to talk politics on the show because then people get really mad. I will say one thing about Donald Trump, okay? I will say this. I think he's his own best enemy or worst enemy. If Donald Trump didn't do the tweeting, if Donald Trump just tempered down his personality and all his remarks and all this off-the-cuff stuff and just stuck to his conservative agenda like Ronald Reagan, I think he would be a very popular president. I think there are a lot of people that like his basic pro-business agenda. Okay, I'm not going to endorse it or not, but I think there are a lot of people that like that, like what Ronald Reagan was, but they find Trump just keeps saying things and doing things, and that hurt him. And you just, get some little silly spats with rap stars and stuff that just makes him look not presidential. If he just kept his mouth shut and acted presidential, I think he would probably be a much more popular president than he is. The thing is, I don't think the Democrats have anybody to really run up against him. I just don't see anybody that I think could really significantly beat Trump. I really don't. I think he'll probably win by default. I think as long as the stock market stays up there, I think he wins by default. I really do. I don't know. We don't even have a year to the next election, and I don't know if Hillary's going to get back in it. There's talk that there's that Governor Duvall there, whatever from Massachusetts. I just don't see anybody that I think could really significantly beat Trump. Biden might be the best choice, but hell if I know. Now, see, I just talk politics, but I try to stay out of endorsing anybody specifically because well, you might be right there, MJC. I don't know. I'll tell you, though, we've had Democrats and Republicans president, and I've disagreed with some and I agree with others, but I've never personally disliked any president we've ever had. Even Nixon, I felt sorry for more than disliked him because he was kind of a funny guy. But, I like, Ronald Reagan was a charming man. George W. Bush, H.W. Bush. I noticed George W. Bush is looking so much older. He really looks older now. But I mean, they were all, you disagreed, you agreed with them, but you all liked them. Trump is in a whole different category. Yeah, social media, man. Just you don't need to lower yourself and to be involved in social media when you're president. Stay above it. It's just petty, stupid squabbling. It's what if Donald Trump he should have a daily YouTube channel. Just come on every day and yell at people and now there you go, Shimei for president. I like that. Okay, which of our bottom of YouTubers, should run for president? I don't know. Should carpetbagger Adam the Woo could be president. He'll move the capital to Disneyland. Yeah, we're closing Washington down. We're moving the entire federal government to Disneyland. Yeah, that would probably be a good thing just to get the government out of Washington. Move it. Just put every bureau somewhere around the country, so there's no central government anywhere. That might be, the Department of State will be in New York, and the Department of Defense will be in LA, and the Department of Homeland Security will be in Kansas City, and then just let it all just be all over the place. I've covered the federal government for a number of years for the FCC, Federal Communications Commission, man. And, and I cover some bureaus like that deal with stuff like that. There is corruption everywhere in the federal government. It is just rampant, favors, the people that run the Federal Communications Commission are the same people that run the radio and television, big media business. They're all buddies with each other. And so they always just get what they want. There is nobody in these big federal government things to represent you and me, the voters. All they do is represent their industry groups, and they just do what the industry groups want. I mean, look at television now. Disney owns half of everything, half of all the TV stations and TV networks, and it's all owned by Disney. Because they just get bigger and bigger and buy more. They just bought a whole bunch of Fox properties. It's insane. It's just, what's the point of letting one company run 48% of the entire big media business? It just doesn't make any sense. Lancaster, New Jersey would be the new capital. There's Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I think maybe Lyon would be a good president. What do you think? Lyon 227. Then he would make the capital Lancaster, PA, or Lancaster. Yeah, I said it wrong, right? It's Lancaster. I said, you're from Lancaster? He goes, no, Lancaster. There is no subject for today. The RTR. What's going on with the RTR? Bob's big announcement that they're going to just have these seminars in a place called La Paz, which is a fairground or something that's in between Parker and Quartzsite. Now, Parker and Quartzsite, I guess, are 35, 40 miles apart. So it's going to be in between them, closer to Parker, actually. And then everybody can camp wherever the heck they want to, and then somehow figure out a way to get over to the campground there, the fairground there at La Paz, and watch Bob do his, buy some Bob merch. I don't know. But again, I don't think that's federal land, right? That's either private land or county land or state land or something. So he could probably do his, he could set up booths there and they could have a whole bunch of booths and people selling things, and Hobotech could be selling generators and I don't know, man. I don't know. Thunderbird, how are you doing? Oz TV. Oh no. Billy, are you falling asleep? Don't do that. Ox is here. Nice to see you, Ox. Oh, we got a nice turnout today. Who else is here? I've been blabbing too much and not paying attention. Mr. Breeze. Carolina Tony. Got a shout out from that other guy. He should have shouted out a couple of your videos. Hey, Carolina Tony, the grist mill, I don't know, man. I like Carolina Tony. We chat on the phone a lot. You will get more subs talking about these issues, Dave. Hey, Danny Lee, how are you doing? How's everything in Georgia? Georgia's on my mind. Yeah, when I drove to see Greg in the hospital today, I drove on Georgia Avenue here in Washington. The Georgia Avenue corridor. Lots and lots of traffic lights. Oh my God, yes. But, to recap, if you just tuned in, my friend Greg looked very good. I think he pulled through the surgery very well. He's resting comfortably. He's out of the ICU, and I was surprised at how good he looked. I really was. So I'm very feeling good that in a couple weeks he'll be back up and around, and we'll be heading down to beautiful Morganton, North Carolina for the Crotchy to get the Crotchy Studios all organized. I have to say something. I really have to. I'm going to do a shout out here, okay? This is, I know it's cluttered with junk. This is what I've been sleeping on. This is an air mattress bed, okay? And the company is, I'm going to do this. Maybe they'll send me some money. Maybe they will do that. The company is called Sound Asleep, okay? Sound Asleep. Oh, you know what? It doesn't have Greg's address on it. Anyway, Sound Asleep. And I'll tell you something. There's a little, thing you plug in at the end, and it automatically pumps up the bed. I have had every night. I sleep great on this. This little bed is wonderful. It is truly an air mattress. I was like, oh no, I'm not going to get some sleep, but that was really nice. I mean, it really works great. Let me see here. Thank you very much, Valerie. Anyway, this is a nice place. I really like this place. This is his living room area, which I am kind of using since he's already sold the apartment. He has a lease back till the middle of January, but I'm just camped out in the living room here, which has a kitchenette at the end. It's a real nice apartment. And then he's got a bedroom over there, and there's a bathroom. We're on the third floor. But I'm very happy. This is, beautiful. They put in this new parquet type floor or whatever the heck that's called. But it's a nice place. And I am extremely comfortable on the bed. I don't know. That whatever that air mattress is very, very comfortable. So I don't know. We are taking this down to Morganton, and I feel a lot better because I could use that for a while as my bed down there. I wouldn't be at all have a problem with that, until I get a bed. So then I got to run downstairs to the, what's it called? Compass. COMPAS, the City of Morganton, PAS, Community Antenna Service. It's something like that. And then they will hook up my internet. So they're in the same building. So that will be nice. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm feeling much, much better about it now because Greg seems to have pulled through this surgery very well. For somebody just 2 days ago was having this done, and he's, looking great today. So, Doc's there, number 129 lurking. Oh, we got 135 going now. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Parquet. Butter! Oh, what else is going on? Jenny Lee Ingram. Georgia, I heard it rained in Georgia yesterday, huh? Yeah, we've had beautiful weather here. It's been chilly, but it's been nice and sunny. There's a huge park here that you could hike for miles and miles and miles. Cabin John Regional Park. It's very pretty up here. There's a lot of hiking. Got a couple of Chipotles. There's actually a Chipotle. There's a big shopping mall right down the street, and it's got a Chipotle in it. I was filming in the mall the other day. I did put something up on my Dave Hughes channel, and I almost got kicked out of the mall because you're not allowed to film there. I don't know. They have a Tesla store there. Shout out to Springfield, Massachusetts. Hit the like. That's right. Don't forget to hit the like button as if it matters. What's 400 miles, Ox? Oh, wow. Anyway, so I did go to see my friend Greg this morning. I got up real early, trucked over there, and they let the waiting. They said the visiting hours I think are 11 to 5 or 11 to 8 today, and I just said F it. I walked up to the main desk and I just said I'm here to see my friend, and they let me write it. Where are you, Camo? I am in a place called Bethesda, Maryland. which is right next to Washington, just to the northwest of Washington, D.C. We are right on the border. Most of the TV stations in Washington are either in far northwest D.C. or over here in Bethesda. Quite a few stations now are actually in Bethesda. They have their studios right here. It's very nice. It's very nice. We're right on the beautiful Potomac River. Minivan Mike, nice to see you here. Brian, Katie Ray. The best hospital in the world is there. Well, they do have the NIH, National Institutes of Health here, which is right in Bethesda, which would have been very convenient. But, Washington Hospital Center is kind of over on the other side of town. They do have some very good hospitals here. My sister used to work at Fairfax Hospital. They've got a very good cardiovascular, whatever over there. There's a lot of good hospitals around here. Georgetown, George Washington Hospital is a good hospital down there, right in downtown DC. They're very good too. SaturDAVE so much. Yeah, well, I'm going to do a Saturday evening one tonight, probably 7:30, 8 o'clock. I will do one because a lot of people have clamored for it. So I will do that, okay? And I wasn't planning to do a morning one, but everything just worked out this morning. I went down to the hospital around 7, was there till 9, got back here before 10. So I figure I'll do the show, right? And I'm glad I did. It's nice to say hi to everybody. Last weekend, I did the show for remember last weekend? Yeah, I was going to do the show for my friend Michael's place, and then he didn't want me to come in, so I had to run over and do it from the Starbucks. And then the weekend before that, I was down in North Carolina. Again, the internet was kind of flobbering. But anyway, so yeah. Oh, the best hospital is in Springfield, Massachusetts. Really? The Katie Ray Hospital, huh? I don't know, man. I don't know. Boo, boo, boo. So anyway, what happened to the RV Odd Couple? They always do funny things. They were talking about getting off the road. They always put like a clickbait thing. We're done. We're finished. And then they're not, I don't know. They fight with a lot of other people, okay? They're constantly fighting with other nomads on YouTube. And they're always having these disputes and talking about how rude people are and all this other stuff. Oh, I just got wait a minute. I just got a text from Sunny Girl. How you doing, Sunny Girl? That's right. Send me Sunny. I don't say send me money. I say send me Sunny. Major biology. Hey, how you doing? Shazam. Did you catch RV Odd Couple's video before they pulled it? I might have. I didn't know they pulled it. I know they were bitching about some other people on YouTube that they didn't like, and they were, I don't know. They just seem to always be getting in feuds with other people. Now we're getting the best hospital is in Boston. What's it? Harvard, University of Harvard. Every city has, I think most big cities have good hospitals. They attract good doctors, Am I still in Athens? No, I'm in Bethesda, Maryland. I was in Athens. I left Athens back in October, and then I spent a week it was a week, wasn't it? A couple days with my vaccinator in South Carolina. Then I spent a week with my friends Peter and Lou and Greg up there in North Carolina. Then I spent a week with my sister in Manassas, Virginia. So I'm coming up the coast. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. Now I'm in Maryland. And I'm hanging out with my friend Greg, who had surgery Thursday, and he's got a couple-week recovery period now. So I'll be driving around to various doctors, and they'll have some therapy. And then we're going to eventually, probably come December, maybe early January, but I'm looking at maybe even December with how fast he's recovering, that we may be ending up going down to North Carolina. We got the apartment. We started the lease on the 15th. It's going to have the crotchy studio in it. We're going to have a microphone, and I'm going to have fancy lights, and they'll blink. Yeah, it'll be cool. I'm looking forward to it. We're moving up to the big time. Dave said bitching. What? Feuds get views. That's very, very true. So many people want to feud with me, and I just don't do it. I want to feud with Dave. Well, yeah, it will get you views, but I don't give him that. I just don't do it. I don't do it. Hey, James Rockford. I am glad Greg is doing well, but nobody is resting comfortable after, that surgery, right? Everybody I know says it is a tough, He has this little pain, there's a little remote thing, and he can hit the buttons if he's feeling some pain. He's not resting. It was surprising how good he looked today. But he did, he's not laying there like it's Miami Beach, no. I do have a good set of mods, Brary. That's very right. I want to thank them all. Yeah, that's true, James. Are you speaking from experience? I did find the Miggs Airport. I was that thing you sent me a while back. I was looking through the. I should have brought some of that stuff over here. I didn't. It's back in the storage locker. You know what? I do have it here. I do have it in the car. Okay, tonight's show, I'll do 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight. I will bring up some of the YouTube junk from my car. I do have it in the car. Not all of it, but I do have some of it, including the piece of the Miggs Field runway that William, a.k.a. Rockford, sent me, Mr. Kazupski. I do have some of that stuff, some of the T-shirts, not all of them, but I do have a pile of them. I should have brought them up here today for this show, but I'll do that for the evening show. So there's a reason to stay tuned for tonight's show. We got some long-lost stuff from the Camo Dave archives. I still got a lot of stuff in my storage locker. I'm trying to clear it out. My sister took some stuff. I threw out some trash. I had a lot of old pants and clothes and boots that I gave away to Goodwill and Salvation Army. They just, I don't know. I took some of it. So, I don't know. Greg and I may get a moving company. He has some furniture here. He's got some stuff in his bedroom. And then I've got some stuff in my storage locker. We'll make some sort of a deal maybe and just get it all hauled down there because I don't know what to do with it. Super Chat is open for deposits. That's right. I had to pay $5 today to park over at the hospital. $5. Yes, I have known Greg for at least 30 years. We're like brothers. We have a relationship. We're just on the same plane on a lot of things. And he, for a while, was living alone up here, and my dad had passed away. So Greg would come over. Me and my mother and the family would always invite Greg over for Thanksgiving and sometimes Christmas. So we were always hanging out together. And then he got some friends up here. Oh, thank you, James. You are amazing. You are too. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we're very much like-minded. Yeah, But he's been, one of the things we got to do, two things we got to do in the near future is, one, get on a better diet. I could always use a better diet. He has to do that right now. We got to improve our diets. And then the other thing is I want to get him out on a regimen of walking and stuff, and that'll be great because Morganton is a really nice town for walking. The downtown, we'll be right downtown. And so I'm looking forward to that, getting us out, doing some, I don't say hiking. I don't think he's going to be up for hiking for a while, but just get out for 15, 20 minutes every day and get some fresh air and walk around, and that is a nice flat town there. And downtown, so it'll be nice. So I think, we got to get some of that stuff going. Watch Glenda Sully for health. Yeah, she was the dollar store stuff again. She goes to fancy restaurants and then slums it at the dollar store. I guess she gets more donations. Thank you, Earth Camper. Thank you so much. She gets more donations when she slums it. Oh, I can't afford to eat. I need a couple dollars. I can't afford. I went to the dollar store. I only had $7, and I wanted to buy some of those meatballs in that moldy green can, and I couldn't even have another $1. I don't know. She does a better job of it when she's milking that end of it than looking at these going out. Where is she now? Some rich town there in Long Island. Right. And please, can we not have any more videos about dogs and animals at the van build? Please. Do we really need to see that again? People sitting on their lawn chairs, having the dogs run around. I'm just like in the middle of the desert. It's not even a particularly pretty desert. It is boring. How did me and Greg decide on Morganton? Brian wants to know. He wanted to retire, and my plan was, since I got rid of the condo in 17, I wanted to, the plan was we'll go in on someplace, and we were looking at Rehoboth Beach. I was living in Rehoboth Beach with a friend 2 summers ago, and we were seriously considering Rehoboth for his retirement. But I don't know. The prices are deceptively low, and then it's like they have these really nice double-wide trailers that are right near the bay, but then you've got to realize the land, you can't buy the land, you have to rent the land, so the land rental is like $2K a month. And then you got to worry about, hurricanes and crap, and the minute we moved in, the hurricane was going to hit. I don't know. And there is in the summertime, thank you, Sunny Girl. They have these nice little cool little logo-y things now. Thank you for being a friend. Thanks for being you. Aw. So and then we decided not to do Rehoboth. And then he has a friend named Lou, and Lou was thinking of going to Charleston, South Carolina. And for some reason he decided not to do that. And he ended up Morganton because his family is from Western North Carolina. He's got a lot of relatives there. And we went down and looked at it and went, this is a beautiful place. It's near Asheville. It's mountainous. It's, it really looks like Colorado more than, it really has that Colorado feel. It does have that, it feels like the Colorado of the East. And we just really liked it. And then with my YouTube channel, I got so many friends in that area. Eastern Tennessee, I got my good buddy, Jacob, the carpetbagger, is only a few miles away. We got Noreen and Doxy are down in Charlotte, which is only 2 hours away. We got Sunny Girl and Roland are not far away. There's a lot of cool people in North Georgia, Danny Lee, and I'm not far from Barb. She's only 3 hours away. Put 500 pennies on the table. Thank you. There's a lot of people around there. I do have my sister's ex-husband lives in Charlotte too. I got to go see him. There's a number of extended relatives in the Atlanta area. Greg has some relatives there too. Greg's sister lives in Columbia, South Carolina, one of his 2 sisters. So we have a lot of friendly people in that area, and we're just looking forward to, having them around. That'll be nice. I can go spend a lot more time. My doc center said, Dave, I want to be spending a lot more time with you. I want you coming over here more often because you fix everything. I'm the fixer. Fixed his washing machine. I fixed his printer. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. Thank you for being Team Camo. That's right. Team Camo. Fake news. Craig's heater conked out the other day. Charlotte, North Carolina, it gets deathly cold there in November. It was down to, I think the temperature actually dropped into the 40s. And he and his dogs and his wife are shivering. Woo! The house, I think the actual house temperature went down into the mid-60s. And they were just bundled up, shivering. And they had to call the heater guy out. And, he fixed it. It was a relatively small problem, but Craig's calling me with daily moment-by-moment updates. Oh, the temperature's down to 64. Oh, my French bulldog is shivering. Ooh. Oh, Living Free Mikey is an automatic. I don't know. He just doesn't do anything that's terribly compelling, interesting to watch. I'm not going to get into all the names of people now, but there's my favorite, the YouTubers that I've been watching for years and years. They just don't do anything anymore. They either go to the same places over and over, or they just, or or they don't even travel anymore. They're basically just hunkered down doing nothing. It is really kind of sad. They just do the same thing year after year. Everybody in November goes to Vanderbilt, and then they go over to RTR in January, and then they hang around in Arizona and circle Arizona a couple times. And then it warms up, and then they go up to, Washington State or Portland, or maybe over to Montana. And then when it cools down, it's just, they all just do the same cycles over and over again. And I don't know. Again, if that's your life and that's what you like to do, fine. But I find their channels just getting, why watch that same cycle over and over again, I mean, I can make a prediction for Nomadic Fanatic. He's doing Route 66. Where's he going to go? He ends up in Chicago. He'll either go down to RTR and hang out with his buddies because he didn't do it last year, or he'll just go down to Florida. He loves Florida, although he's not real happy with the way RVers are treated down there. It's pretty crowded these days, and there's no way to boondock. But he's got a Thousand Trails membership, and there's a lot of Thousand Trails parks in Florida, and he likes the warmer weather, and he loves Disney around Christmas time. So I would bet that he probably just heads back down to Florida for Christmas, if you're into that, that's cool. And maybe he'll hang out with Stormy again. I don't know. Fine, that's cool. I just do want to say, though, I'll tell you something, though. 2019 has been a fantastic year for me. I want to tell you, this has been a great year. I mean, all the traveling I've been able to do, Orlando twice, Vegas. I had a blast. Spending a good chunk of the year with Barb in Athens. We went to Atlanta a couple times and did a lot. She showed me all over Georgia, Toccoa Falls. We went up to Western North Carolina and Asheville and Morganton and Sugar Mountain. And that was so much fun. And hanging out with my Doxinator this year. And then back up here, there's a lot in the DC area that's fun. I don't like the traffic and I don't like the colder weather, but but there's a lot of cool stuff here, and the weather isn't that bad where I can't do some hiking. So, and hopefully everything with Greg will work out. But it's been a great year. I have had a blast this year. It's been one of the funnest years I've had. So I got to thank Barb and even Stormy and Greg. He's been a marvelous host here. And Craig, I mean, I've had, his dogs and Peter and Lou and It's been a great year, and I want to thank everybody for it. The night the lights went out in Georgia when you arrived, I thought it was when I left. Dave, don't forget to turn the lights out in Georgia when you leave. All the rolls, yeah, I know. Well, the toilet paper incident. Yeah, that's right. I was there the last night in Orlando at the house, and there was no toilet paper. And I'm like, I just said, do you have an extra roll of toilet? Yeah, she said, yeah, here's the roll of toilet paper. Thank you. And I was like, that was a big, wow, really? Mobile Homestead RV. My guess is to New York City, then Florida, then Montana, then back to my nomadic guest. You think that's where he's going to go, Eric? New York City? I don't know. New York City is getting kind of cold this time of the year. He likes to chase 70. I think you've already missed that opportunity. Austin Joseph, nice to see you here. Thank you, Sally Jean, a.k.a. Barbie. A free year is a very good year. That's right. My favorite F word, FREE. DC After Dark. Yeah, the recap. You might another recap story. Remember the day remember when I met Tim Conway? You remember? I should do some Doxinator stories, That's right. The Doxinator said one night, I want Kentucky Fried Chicken. I must have Kentucky Fried Chicken. I said, all right. And so he sends me out my little beater car to the Kentucky Fried Chicken store, and it's closed. There's a big fence around it. They're remodeling it. So then he says on the phone, okay, there's another Kentucky Fried Chicken store on the other side of town. It's rush hour. I'm driving over to the other side of town, and they're closed. They're remodeling that one too. So and I said, well, look, there's other chicken places. There's a Peruvian one. The Peruvian chicken's usually pretty good. Or how about the Popeyes or the whatever? Oh no, I must have Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh, and my mind's set on it. That big barrel basket with a family meal or whatever. And I said, well, then he said, there's another Kentucky Fried Chicken like about 20 miles south of town. I'm going, I'm not driving down there. Okay, 20. I'm not doing that. I said, well, I will stop. There's, you get one of those nice rotisserie chickens at the local Harris Teeter. I said, I'll get you some chicken. We'll get a nice, you can buy fried chicken at the grocery store or at some other store. No, I must have KFC. I went to Barb's for 1 week and stayed 9 months. Recap. Hey, we had a lot of fun there, okay? Barb is really into YouTube, and I really enjoyed staying with someone with you. The problem is most of my friends are not into YouTube. Greg doesn't watch YouTube. Peter and Lou don't. My family doesn't. I mean, I go, I show, Amelia loves Crotchy. She just loves playing with Crotchy, but they're not into YouTube, and it's nice to hang around with someone who's into it. Craig is, and Barb is. So I do have two people that I hang around with that are into YouTube, but most of my friends are not, they just aren't. My zipper, these pants, I got these at the thrift store, and they're nice pants, but they do have a zipper that just keeps falling. I don't know. Tell them about how I got all upset. I was like, God damn it, Craig, I'm not going to keep driving around town. And he's doing it just to get me mad. I know it. He wants to get Dave all mad. I want my KFC. I'm like, well, I'm not driving 20 miles to see if there's another KFC there, okay? And they're passing all these chicken places. Everybody has chicken. Every third store has chicken. There's the chicken place, the jerk chicken place, and there's the chicken this and the chicken that. But I want KFC. Am I breaking up? Oh, no. I wouldn't even drive 20 miles to go to a fairground in Arizona, LMAO. Yeah. I don't know. I got to watch Hobo Tech's video. I'll report on that later this afternoon on my Letters show. But I do think he's right, if that's what he said, that this is kind of the end of the RTR. I do think Bob is busy with other things. Bless his little Santa Claus heart. We got Hala stuff. They're doing the van rebuilds. I think now RTR he's still gonna do the programs, and the seminars and the merch stuff, but all that setting up, all that camping, interfacing with the BLM land, I think he's just gotten tired of it. And you can come down here and camp to your heart's content wherever you want, but he's not going to have that sanctioned area anymore. Senate weather report for North Carolina, 43 and clear skies. I think we're about the same here. I think we're looking at upper 40s. A beautiful day here today. Sunny girl, that's right. Where's the wedding with me and my Doxinator? Gina Bean. Money for nothing. I told Barb, honestly, we had a nice talk. And I told Barb, I ain't the marrying kind. We're good friends. I like you a lot. We still plan to be really good friends. She's going to come up to North Carolina. We're going to do some hiking along the Blue Ridge Parkway, hopefully sometime in the early part of 2020. We got a lot of things planned. She likes that area. In fact, she was coming up to Asheville long before I even started doing it. So, we've got a lot of stuff. And a lot of plans to do that. And I want my family to come down. They have a good time. My nephew and his wife are always driving down to Atlanta to visit her parents. So I said, hey, stop by sometime. We're just on the way. It's a very little detour. Under 100 subs, no live streams. Billy Rants. You can live stream, Billy. You just can't do it on a mobile device. You can do a live stream. Just you can't do it on your phone or your tablet. You can do it on a laptop or a computer. I don't know. YouTube is crazy. Yeah, they have all these new regs now about having kids in your videos. Oh my God. Oh my word. Oh. Lettuce. Yeah, lettuce. Yeah, you got a laptop, right? I mean, Chromebook. You can go down. I don't know if they have Best Buys or Staples down there in Australia, but you can buy a Chromebook for $100, $150, and they're great little machines for streaming on. And they act as a computer. You're using the browser and it's a computer, and it's not much more. It's cheaper than a lot of phones are. Just go buy one of those, and then you can stream to your heart's content, no matter how many subs you got. And they're very portable. It's pretty much like a laptop. It's like a tablet with a keyboard on it. But and some of those Chromebooks can detach, and But I think that's a good way to go if you got under 1,000 subs. What are you talking about, Chaser? And again, we're so close to 10K subs. I'm like 40 away. So if you haven't subbed to my channel, please do. We got 116 people currently watching. If you're not subbed to my channel, please do it. Get me tantalizingly close to 10,000 subs. I've been on YouTube for over 3 years, and it's been like just inching along, inching. But they're all real. Well, they're not all real subs. A few bots in there probably. But Eric's new laptop cost more than $5K. Holy cow! Really? Yeah, I don't know. Any device that's mobile, I'm going to drop or bang or whatever. I do not want to have I just wouldn't want a $5,000 laptop. I don't want a $1,000 phone. I mean, I'm very rough with electronics, and I don't know. It will happen. I do want 30 more subs, Herman. Yes. I will announce the giveaway after we hit 10,000, but I will do something, and it'll be nice, but I'm still working on it. Okay. And I want to make sure we stay over it, because last time I did a giveaway, it was like for 8,000 subs, and we popped over 8,000, and then I gave the prize away, and then I dropped back to like 7,800. So it's like, I got to make sure I'm over 10 solidly, because I'm not going to pop over 10, give a nice prize away, and then drop back to 9,800, which easily happens, Tech changes so fast, there's no need to buy the most recent. Yeah. I don't know. I've seen people with real state-of-the-art 4K television sets, and I'm like, it's, 1 or 2% better than a cheapo shit thing you can buy at Best Buy. Is it really worth it? 95% of your tech dollar it buys the same thing no matter what. And then it's that extra 5% or 2% that costs a lot more. You can get a television set that's 95% good for $200, and then the one that's 100% good is $1,500. Is it really worth paying all that money for that little sliver of better? Giving away socks. I have some old holy white socks if you want them. Oh, give away crotchy.
No, Dave, don't do that, Dave. No, don't give me away. I don't want to be adopted. No.
No, I'm just joking.
Oh, thank you, Dave. Oh.
I should have taken Kratzy into the hospital waiting room. They probably would have called the police on me. That's what I do. I actually do. I have a Skull vodka that I drank the Skull vodka out of, and then I fill it up with, what is the one? Bowman. They have Bowman's vodka here. They have it's like $10 for a big bottle of it. Filmora. Nothing worse than seeing Crotchy in HDTV. Craig does that. Craig's a nice couple of sets, and we were watching some of the YouTubers and on the big screen. It is kind of a shock to see me on this big screen. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not, MJC. It was a joke. All right, folks, I'm getting hungry. I got to go get some lunch. It's 11:06 here on the East Coast of the United States of America. And so I'm feeling good today. My friend is doing well. He looks good. I got all his junk over to him, so now he has his phone and his glasses and his tablet so he can be back to the connected world. So I'm glad with that, and we'll see hopefully early next week sometime he'll get released, and we're on the next step toward recovery. So I'm really happy about that. Everything went well on the Tuesday operation, or Thursday. And I do enjoy being back here in the DC area, but it is, traffic. The weather's been good. The weather's been chilly, but weather's been nice, and nice for some hiking here. So I plan to do I want to get out and just get some hiking done today and kind of clear my head of all of my anxieties. The Doxinator. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have cable here. We don't have cable. We just do the internet. So you go watch let me know. You watch the RVers 8:00 tomorrow morning on the Discovery Channel and let me know how it was, okay? They did say I had a link. They said there was a free one I could watch. Maybe I can get that to work. They said I could download a copy of it and watch it. So maybe I'll try doing that. But go watch it tomorrow morning. And then my Doxinator, hey, Doxy, do that. Get up at 8, watch the RVers on the Discovery Channel. Then you can go watch Jane. He likes to watch Jane Pauley on CBS at 9. So get up a little early tomorrow and watch that show, will ya? And then give me a review of it. I'll put you on the speakerphone and you can tell me what you thought of it. Yeah, I'll watch so you don't have to. Yeah, do that. You got all this. Craig's got all the gazillion cable channels. So watch it at 8, Jane at 9, and then I'll call you at 10. And then who do the Panthers play tomorrow? I got to root for my team. Oh, my new team, the Carolina Panthers. Goodbye, Redskins. Ugh, Redskins. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. I'll be back up sometime 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight, and I will have the big box that I brought back from my storage locker with a lot of crazy junk in it that has been sitting there for quite a while, some T-shirts and some awards and some really cool stuff. Thank you, Time Chaser. It was so nice meeting you and your lovely wife down there in Orlando earlier this year. That was definitely the highlight of the year. One of the highlights of the year for me, yes. Oh, don't worry, Billy. I'll still be live streaming. The lion. Yeah, go ahead and keep making those phone calls, Lion. I enjoy those. Those are very funny. This Camo Dave. My dad used to say, everything works. Some it hurts when asked how he. Some it hurts. Oh, it hurts when he asked how he feels. Yeah. Yeah, Greg seems to be doing really well today. He looks good. It's sometimes you just look at somebody and go, he's doing good. You just take a look at somebody and go, no, they're not well. He looked good today. And he's a nice nurse. And he's got a window. They have I didn't know they still had double rooms anymore. I thought most hospitals were single, but he's in a double room. I don't know what's wrong with his the patient in there, but he was kind of hacking. I hope he doesn't have some respiratory thing. I don't know. I wonder. All right. Thank you so much, Sonny. Thank you, everybody, for your kind super chats today. I do appreciate it. If you sent me mail, please send me mail. If you want to send me mail, do send it to my Athens address, which I always put in my videos. Barb is taking a look at my mail. She's actually got a package of stuff that's coming up here to Maryland, so I should get it sometime early next week. But no, and she's taking care of the mail. That's the address for now. And eventually, when I get down to Morganton, I will have an address where you can send me stuff. Send me some swag. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff I get around Christmas time. Yeah, I love all those Christmas cards and stuff. Maybe I'll get another one from Adam the Woo this year. He sent me one year. All right, Danny, J. Edmond, Eileen, Ox, Katie Ray, Lee. Thank you, Lee. Shaza, Eileen, J. Edmond, Sally Jean. Thank you so much. And Mr. Breeze and Katie Ray, a.k.a. we kind of know who you are. We know. Captain Jack Scraper. Where's Mark Fun Jones? Haven't seen him today. Where's Mark? Mark, what's up, Mark? You getting lawyered up for the big loss? He's lawyering up. Perry Mason. Matlock. That would be a good lawyer. Matlock. He's North Carolina. Andy Griffith. He'd be a great lawyer. Maybe you ought to work that into your parody, Roland and Orzaballs. He'll have Matlock. Well, now. Think about the insane chef as his lawyer. Now. Put some fava beans on it. All right, folks, thanks for watching. I'll be back around 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight with another edition of Camo Day for you. I know a lot of you folks on the West Coast are still kind of bleary-eyed. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Thank you all very much. Vlog under.